Hey everyone, welcome to this 40-minute Vinyasa flow class. I am so excited you guys made it to your mat today. Let's go ahead and get started in a child's pose. So you'll take your knees as wide as the mat, allow your hips to melt in between your heels, and walk your fingertips as far forward as they go. Relax your shoulders, soften your facial muscles, and simply start to notice your breath. Let's keep the length in our arms and walk your hands over to the right side of your mat. Once you think you've gone far enough, place the left hand on top of right and breathe all down your left side body. Now stay low to the mat and walk your hands over to the left and breathe into your right side body. Now bring your hands back through center. Let's start to ignite the breath. So inhale through your nose, open mouth, press it out. Now seal the lips and start to breathe in through your nose and out through your nose. We call this Ujjayi Pranayama. Rise to a tabletop, hands and knees, fingers spread wide. Inhale, arch, look up. Exhale, round, look down. Now we're starting to sync our breath to our movement. Okay, we're warming up our spine, keeping the belly pulled in. Take a couple more rounds. Now tuck your toes under. Keep your hips directly in line with your knees. Walk your hands forward and drop your chest bone to the mat. We call this puppy pose. Open up your shoulders. Breathe down your spine into your hips and thighs. Slowly walk your hands back underneath your shoulders. And then tuck your toes, pick up your hips. We'll meet in downward facing dog. Take a couple moments to move as you need to here. Feel the length in your spine, the length in your legs. Now step your feet a little bit wider than your hips and start to walk your hands to the back of your mat. And then reach for opposite elbow and let your upper body sway side to side. Now plant your left hand in between your feet. Extend your right hand to the sky. Open and close the right hand, circle out the wrist, and change sides. Left arm lifts. Same thing here, open and close, circle it out. Come back through center, interlace the hands behind your back. Inhale, slowly stand up. Interlace your hands overhead. Take a side bend to the right. Come back center, side bend to the left. Stand up. Bend the elbows, open up your chest and lean back. Fold forward, chest to thighs. Walk it to a high plank. Scoop your belly in. And take 3 strong push-ups. Then lower all the way down to your belly. Take your hands outside your mat. Roll through cobra. Try that again 2 more times. Inhale, peel your chest off the mat. Try that again 1 more time. Roll up. Release. Plant your hands. Press it up. High plank. Downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths to reset, and then we're going to do that again. And let's walk our hands to the back of our mat. Reach for opposite elbow and let the upper body sway. Yeah, this first warm-up's for your spine. Left hand plants, right arm lifts. Change sides. Come back through center, interlace your hands behind your back, and then slowly roll up. Hands interlace overhead. Take your side bend right. Through center. Side bend left. Reach up, bend your elbows and look up. Fold forward. Walk it out to a high plank. Take 3 strong push-ups. And then lower all the way down to your belly and take 3 back bends. So notice we're repeating the sequence. We're going to do this a couple more times. If you are used to practicing this style of yoga, go ahead and take the next couple rounds at your own pace and start to find your own rhythm. If not, I am totally here to guide you through 2 more rounds. So let's begin again. Walk your hands to the back of your mat. Reach for opposite elbow and sway. Notice every time you come through the sequence, you start to notice something new about your body. Interlace the hands behind your back. Slowly roll up all the way to stand. Interlace the hands, side body stretch to the right. Through center to the left. Big back bend, open up your chest. Fold forward, Uttanasana. Walk it out to a high plank. 3 push-ups, or as many as you feel that you need. And then lower all the way down and take 3 back bends. And that can be a soft cobra. You can roll all the way through up dog. Call these spinal articulations. Press it up, high plank. Downward facing dog. Catch your breath. We'll do this flow one more time, beginning at the back of your mat. Left hand plants, right arm lifts. Change sides. Now that you know the sequence, start to get a little bit more into your rhythm. Side bends right and left. Back bend, chest lifts. Walk it out to a high plank. 3 strong push-ups. Lower down to your belly. 3 back bends. Press it up to a high plank. Pick up your hips, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Now shift forward back to a high plank. And step your right foot outside your right hand. Take your right hand to the sky. Step it back to down dog. And change sides. Left foot outside left hand. Left arm lifts. Down dog. And we'll take this side to side. We're moving from the spine right into the hips. All right, yogis, let's meet in a yoga squat at the top of your mat. Step your feet outside your hands, sink your hips low. All right, let's start our second warm-up flow. We're gonna heel toe the feet together, bend the knees, sink the hips, chair pose. Weight is in your heels here. Now sweep your hands halfway back. We call this Ardha Uttanasana. Inhale, come back to chair. Exhale, halfway back. Inhale, chair pose. One more time, halfway back. Inhale to chair, stand up. Fold forward, chest to thighs. Halfway lift, prepare your spine. Step it back to a high plank and take your first vinyasa. Bend the elbows halfway. Roll through up dog and downward facing dog. Pick up the right leg. Exhale, cross it under, tap your left elbow. Reset Right knee to right elbow. Inhale, reset. Now step it through, warrior one. The back heel comes down, square your hips to the front, and stretch through your hands. Now interlace your hands behind your back, lift your chin, dive forward to humble warrior. Keep your hands behind the back, shift forward, warrior three. Pick up your chest, squeeze your backside. Now release the bind, bring your hands to heart center, one-legged mountain. Take your left foot back, step it back to a dragonfly twist. Stack the right foot on top of left, side plank. Hold for a breath. Plant the hands, vinyasa. That's a high to low plank, up dog to down dog. Let's try this on the left side, left leg lifts. Cross under, tap your right elbow. Reset. Left knee, left elbow. Stretch it back. Step it through to warrior one. Back heel down, inhale, look up. Interlace your hands behind your back. Lift the chin, the chest. Dive in, humble warrior. Take flight, warrior three, pick up your chest. Hug the right knee into your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Step it back, dragonfly twist. Lift through your left side. Stack your left foot on top of right, side plank, or you can take the bind. Lots of variations. Plant the hands, vinyasa, three-part. Meet in downward facing dog, and once you've done all that, take a couple breaths to reset. And now step your feet a little bit wider than your hips. We're gonna take a donkey hop. Okay, so bend your knees, get really low, and try to shift your weight over your shoulders. And then we'll meet in that yoga squat at the top. All right, let's start our second time through. We'll meet back up in chair pose. Your toes are touching, your heels are slightly out. 3 rounds where you swing your hands halfway back up to chair. Halfway, chair pose. One more time. Chair, fold forward, vinyasa. It's a high plank to low, up dog to down dog. I'll guide you guys through one more time. Right leg lifts. Cross under, squeeze. Reset. Right knee, right elbow. And then step it through, warrior one, back heel down. Hands interlace behind your back. Tilt your chin up. Dive in, humble warrior. Shift forward, pick up your back leg, warrior three. Hug the knee into your chest, one-legged Tadasana. Step it back, dragonfly twist. Inhale, side plank. Remember, you can always take a variation, and vinyasa. Downward facing dog, left leg lifts. Start with your cross unders. Left knee, left elbow. And then step it through, warrior one. Again, the back heel is down. Hands behind the back. Dive in, humble warrior. Take flight, warrior three with the hands behind the back. Now release the bind, one-legged Tadasana. Step your right foot to the back of your mat. Dragonfly twist. Inhale, side plank. Vashisthasana, vinyasa. Downward facing dog. Take 3 deep breaths, and then we'll start again with those donkey hops. Step your feet wider. Bend your knees, sink, and hop. Try to tap your heels to your bum. Get some air time. And make your way to a yoga squat. We'll do our 3rd round of this sequence. And again, if you're used to doing this style of yoga, take the next couple rounds at your own pace. If not, I'll guide just the pose name. So we'll start in that chair pose. And then we'll fold forward and take our vinyasa. That's a high to low plank, up dog to down dog. Pick up your right leg, tap your left elbow, stretch it back, tap your right elbow, reset. First pose, warrior one. Humble warrior. Warrior three. One-legged Tadasana. Step your left foot back, dragonfly twist. Side plank, Vinyasa. Down dog, left leg up. 2 cross unders. First pose, you know it, warrior 1. Humble warrior. Warrior 3. One-legged Tadasana. Dragonfly twist. Side plank. Vinyasa. Make your way to down dog. Take a couple breaths. And then we'll do this flow one final time through. Starting with those donkey hops. And you'll make your way to a yoga squat. Yoga squat, top of your mat. Chair pose. 3 rounds, swing your hands halfway back. Make sure the weight is in your heels. Stand up. Forward fold. Halfway lift. Plant the hands, Vinyasa. Downward facing dog, this is the last time, right leg up. Cross. 3-legged, right elbow. 3-legged. Step it up, warrior 1. Starting to build more heat. Humble warrior. Warrior 3. One-legged Tadasana. Dragonfly twist. Side plank. Left leg lifts. 2 cross unders. Warrior 1. Humble. Warrior 3. One-leg Tadasana. Dragonfly twist. One final side plank pose. Beautiful. Downward facing dog. We're going to float it up to chair pose last time. This time, very slowly lower all the way onto your back and take your hands behind your head. Let's crisscross opposite knee, opposite elbow. Let's move right into the core. Side to side, elbows wide. Picture you have a tennis ball in between your chin and your chest. Yeah, the longer you stretch your legs, the more you'll feel this into your core. Couple more. You got this. Keep it going. You can do it. Now straighten out your legs. Straight legs, pointed toes. Keep with the side to side. Should really be building some heat at this point. Now pull your knees into your chest and shoot them back out. Yeah, press the small of your back into the mat. Exhale, pull it in. Inhale, stretch it out. Yeah, pull in and squeeze and stretch. Squeeze, stretch. Tuck the knees, stretch it out. Take a big breath, hug the knees in, relax for a moment. Shake the knees side to side. Amazing job. Now plant your feet on the mat, hip distance apart, and press your hips up towards the sky. Bridge pose. All right, knees into chest. Let's rock all the way up to chair pose. You got it. Try not to use your hands. Roll back. Stand up. Yeah, your heart rate will spike a little bit here. Roll back. Keep your belly hollow. Stand it up to chair. If you want to add intensity, you can add a little hop at the top. Yeah, awesome, everyone. Recover in a yoga squat. Feel free to grab a sip of water. Those warm-ups are over. We're going to move into a longer held standing balancing sequence. All right, plant the hands, bend your elbows, stack the knees on the backs of your triceps. Bakasana, crow pose. However you need to get there, let's meet in a child's pose. Take a couple breaths. Okay, let's shift our weight forward to a tabletop, hands and knees. We'll come back to a cat and cow. Okay, just to reset your spine, come back to your breath. Now let's extend the right leg behind us, left arm in front of us, spinal balance. Face your thumb up towards the sky, pull your bicep in towards your ear, zip your belly towards the spine. Now reach your left hand back for your right foot, take the bind, and press your foot into the palm of your hand. Arch your back. One more breath. All right, let's meet in a three-legged dog. From here, bend your knees, stack the hips, and flip. Feel your way back, three-legged. Now look forward, keep your right leg lifted. We're gonna take 3 push-ups here. Exhaling to the bottom, inhaling to the top. Feel the strength of your upper body. Now step your right foot in between your hands. Stay off your back heel. Let's meet in a high crescent lunge. Now come forward, pick up your left leg, standing split. So picture yourself doing a standing split on the back wall. For my handstanders, you can add a handstand hop here. This is a perfect place to add an inversion. Now bring your right foot back to the floor. Cross your left knee behind right, Shiva squat, and open up to a half moon. Again, Shiva squat, left knee behind right. Plant your right hand, open up your left side, half moon. Try that one more time. Exhale, Shiva. Inhale, half moon. With control, step it back, warrior 2. Stretch the arms opposite directions. Now flip your right palm, reverse warrior. Picture yourself high-fiving the wall behind you. Feel that side body stretch. Extended side angle, right elbow to your knee or all the way down to the ground, and extend your left arm forward. Stand it up, star pose. Heels in, toes out. Bend your knees, melt your hips. Goddess pose. Hold here, you can add some pulses. You can add your heel lifts. You can play around with the arms. All right, now straighten out the legs, fold forward, shake out your hips. There's lots of options here. You can interlace your hands behind your back. You can take an inversion. If your legs are in the air, let's bring them back to the mat. We're gonna walk our hands to face the back. Shorten your stance by stepping your right foot in, pyramid pose. And then stretch your left hand to the sky, revolve triangle. Keep lifting through your left side. Bring the left hand back down. Now pick up your right leg. We had this in the first warm-up, warrior 3. Lift your chest. And then hug your right knee into your chest. We had this in the warm-up, one-legged Tadasana. But now we're gonna add on dancing Shiva twists. Reach for your knee or your foot and gaze over your right shoulder, looking for the back wall. Clear it out. High plank. Vinyasa. Let's come back to a tabletop, hands and knees. We'll take a couple more cat-cows before we start the left side. Now you can flip your hands around to face your body to get a slightly different stretch in your wrist. And then flip your hands back around to the front. Left leg reaches back, right arm reaches forward. Zip your belly in nice and tight. Now bend the knee, reach your right hand back for your left foot. Take the bind. Now tuck your right toe under, lift your left leg, three-legged dog. Bend the knee, stack the hips, and flip. Reset, three-legged dog. And let's take those 3 really strong push-ups. Look forward, keep your left leg as high as you can. And after that third one, we'll step it through to a high lunge. Right heel stays lifted, look up, lean back. Great job, everyone. If you've made it this far, we're almost there. Shift your weight forward, standing split. For my handstanders, you can go ahead, add your handstand hop. We'll come back to a standing split. Make sure your left leg is on the mat. Shiva squat, cross right knee behind left, then open up to half moon. Try that again, Shiva squat, open up half moon, extend through your right side. Try that again, Shiva to half moon. Stretch through your right side, look down, step it back, warrior 2, bend your left knee. Flip your left palm, reverse warrior. Stretch through your left side. Extended side angle, left elbow to left thigh, or reach your hand all the way down. Stand it up, star pose. This time toes forward. We're gonna take a couple Skandasana lunges, side to side. Straighten out your legs, fold forward. You can shake out the hips here. You can reach your peace fingers for your toes. You can take one more headstand or handstand. And then we'll pivot to the front. Shorten your stance by stepping the left foot in and stretch your right hand to the sky. Revolve triangle. Now pick up your back leg, warrior 3. Squeeze every muscle down your backside. Hug the left knee into your chest, one-legged mountain. Then we're gonna take it one step further. Reach down for your foot or your knee and look over your left shoulder. Great balance. Step it back, high plank. Drop it down one elbow at a time, elbow plank. Create a perfect straight line from your shoulders down to your hips, to your ankles. Now let's take the hips up and over like a rainbow. Okay, now we're gonna move into our obliques. Take it side to side. Great job, everybody. Let's do a couple more. And come back to your elbow plank. Let's tiptoe the toes towards the elbows into a dolphin pose. This is a down dog on the elbows. Okay, tuck your chin, look in between your knees. Option to stay right here or pick up your right leg. Okay, and then once you pick up your right leg, you can shift your weight forward into a forearm stand, Pincha Mayurasana, or just keep playing by lifting the right leg and flirting into this pose. No need to force anything. Left leg lifts. And then same thing on this side. See if you can hop off your right foot and maybe shift your weight into your shoulders. Amazing. If you aren't already, let's go ahead and walk it back to an elbow plank. And then we'll drop our hip bones to the mat. Okay, stay on your forearms and stretch your feet as wide as the mat. Now roll your shoulders down and back. Inhale, look up, stretch out your chin. And then exhale, tuck your chin, round and look down. Do that a few times, feeling your cervical spine, that's the back of your neck. All right, let's lower all the way down. Okay, your arms will come out to a T. Look over your left shoulder. Okay, so the arms are bent 90 degrees. And then walk your left hand in, and we're gonna rotate onto the right shoulder. Option to pick up your left leg and drop it over to the back side behind you. Press the right shoulder into the mat. Feel some relief in your shoulders. Okay, let's unwind this side. Walk your left hand out. You can keep it bent 90 degrees or stretch it out. Then walk the right hand in and rotate onto your left shoulder. It's a little bit more challenging here if you keep the arm bent. One more breath. We'll come back to the middle. Press it back to a child's pose. And tuck your toes, pick up your hips. Downward facing dog, right leg lifts. We're gonna step the right foot in between the hands. Okay, drop your back knee down. This is called Anjaneyasana. Look up, lean back. And then bring your hands to heart center and hook your left elbow outside your right thigh. Option to pick up your back knee. Come back through center. Then we're gonna drop both hands inside of our right foot. Okay, scoot your right foot out a little bit to make space in your hips. Then you can stay on your hands or you can drop it down to your elbows. Option also to stay on your back knee or tuck your toes and pick up your back knee. That makes it a little bit more yang. If you do a lot of running or working out or even sitting, this is an amazing hip opener and it's an amazing stretch. Let's hold it a couple more deep breaths. And then we'll slowly pick up our chest. Take as much time as you need to come out of it. We'll step back to down dog. Take a couple breaths to shake out your hips. Then you'll pick up your left leg, step your left foot through, take a really big step, drop your back knee, sweep your hands up overhead, look up, and lean back. Hands to heart center, hook your right elbow outside your left thigh. Use that connection to open up your chest. Feel that twist, that rinse from your waistline. Now reach your arms back up to the sky. Plant both hands inside your left foot. Walk your left foot out a little bit and either stay on your hands or drop it down to your elbows. And you can keep your back knee on the floor or you can tuck your back toe under and lift your back knee. Hold here for a moment. Breathe into your left hip flexor.
Be aware of yourself as you are, without judgment. See what is. You have no further problem.
All right, then start to come out of the pose. You'll tuck your right toe under, press it back to a downward facing dog. Then we'll drop our hips off to one side. Extend the legs out in front of you. Shake out your hips, make some space underneath your hip bones. And then take your left foot to the left corner of your mat. Bring the right foot to your inner thigh. Square your shoulders, reach up and fold forward. Janu Shirshasana. All right, let's walk the hands back up nice and slow. Plant your right hand right next to your right hip. Press into your right knee and press your hips forward. Nice counter pose. Bring your hips back to the mat, and then we'll change sides. Extend your right foot to the right corner. Hug your left foot to your inner thigh. Square the shoulders and fold forward. Think about lengthening through the crown of your head and lowering down from your belly in this shape.
You can be concentrated. You can be alert. But all that will ever teach you is what not to do.
Walk your hands back up. Plant your left hand right next to your left hip. Press into your left knee, arch, and lean back. Bring your hips back to the mat. Extend the legs out in front of you. Now bend your knees, plant the feet on the mat. Plant your hands right behind your hips and press your hips up towards the sky. Let your head fall back. Let's hold here for 3, 2, and 1. Bring your hips back. We'll lower all the way onto our backs. All right, extend your legs up towards the sky. Point and flex the toes. Roll out the ankles. Almost on the toes to the back wall. Reach your hands for your hips and then bump your legs up towards the sky. Shoulder stand. Now in this shape, feel free to make different shapes. Split, straddle, butterfly stretch, lotus pose. Have fun with it. Then we'll bring our toes back to a plow pose. And slide your knees closer towards your ears. And then we'll slowly come all the way back, bringing your hips back to the mat. Extend your left leg out long, hug your right knee into your chest, and then we'll drop the right knee over to the left side. Spinal twist. All right, release your right leg, bring it back through center, and take your time changing sides. You'll hug the left knee in, give it a squeeze, and drop it over to the right side. Make sure your shoulders are heavy to the mat and you're gazing left. Bring the knees back through center. Feel free to take a happy baby or any final posture. And eventually you'll stretch your legs out long. Allow your palms to face up. Take a very deep breath in. Open the mouth, let it go. When your body is in a very relaxed state, that's when the most healing and inspiration happens. So this is a really, really key piece to your practice. Let's hold it. Come back to your breath. Let's take the head side to side. Bring feeling back into your hands and feet. Roll out the wrist, ankles. And just like you're getting out of bed in the morning, stretch your arms overhead, full body stretch. I hope you feel tons of gratitude, lots of self-love. Hug your knees in, give your body a squeeze. And then we'll feel our way all the way up to seated. Let's find a seated meditation at the top of your mat. Let's take a moment to feel all the benefits of this practice, emotionally, physically, spiritually. Say thank you to your body for everything it's capable of doing. Bring the hands to heart center, and together we'll take one last deep breath in and let it go. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you guys so much. I'm so happy you did the class. Namaste.